The Chinese artificial intelligence DeepSeek is still making us consider the very foundations of artificial intelligence. And one of the issues that have emerged is that you know the DeepSeek reportedly is based on much less GPU resources and much less data set, much less training resources. And that's very interesting because, let's face it, the human brain is like that. You know, um, if you consider the history of each individual of humans, it's not that we are exposed to a very large set of data. I mean, if you look back on your life, from childhood to present, the amount of text that you are exposed to is not that much. I mean, how many books do you read a year? I need to read probably 100 books a year as a professional because I host TV shows and radio shows, and sometimes I have to. Well, I enjoy reading the books written by my guest, so I need to do research. Of course, and on the other hand, there are books that I read for my own enjoyment, and also, of course, I read books for my scientific research and so on. So, 100 books, but that's not much. You know, 5,000 books probably, 10,000 books um, so far. So, what's that? I mean, what's that compared to the huge amount of training data that artificial intelligence systems typically receive? So, DeepSeek has made a splash. Maybe they are using distillation and so on, but even distillation, it's quite impressive what they have achieved. But I think I suspect that we can actually reduce the required data and computational resources even further if we learn how to take hint from the human brain. But there's this interesting trade-off probably from very economical use of data and resources and the kind of universality, a balance that the cognitive system would achieve as a result. Because we humans are, each of us are limited in our unique ways. I have my limited experience, you have your limited experience, but together we can complement with each other, right? So, in order to build collective intelligence, probably it's a great idea to start from individuals with uniquely challenged data configurations and computational tendencies, and then try to complement each other by getting together. And the problem probably with the present approach to artificial general intelligence and artificial super intelligence is that probably we are aiming too much for generality, too much for universality, and that is kind of making us do this game of really huge data set and really huge computational resources. But that probably is not optimal route for something really interesting, a society of uniquely challenged artificial intelligence systems.